As we approach the Thanksgiving holiday, I cannot accurately express my gratitude to the Lord for how much He has blessed us throughout the last several weeks. On October 5th through 7th, I was able to present at Steadfast Baptist in Groton, Connecticut during their missions conference. The guest preacher for the meeting was Dr. Lou Baldwin, who is the pastor emeritus of Crossroads Baptist Church in Bailey's Crossroads, Virginia. It was an honor to get to spend some time getting to know Dr. Baldwin and his passion for missions. Both Pastor Beck and the people of Steadfast were a great blessing during my stay there. Pray that the Lord would continue to grow this church as they have recently moved onto their beautiful new campus. On October 7th through 9th, I had the honor to present the need in Germany to Emmanuel Baptist Church in Newington, Connecticut. This meeting for me was a sweet reunion of sorts, being that Pastor Kerry Schmidt was my youth pastor growing up in Lancaster, California. It was amazing to me to see the restoration and revitalization that God has been doing in the lives of New Englanders. The week before my arrival, the Lord allowed this church to see over 500 attend their open house Sunday, and several were saved. Praise the Lord for that. After spending some time during the week with Brother Schmidt, getting to know his heart for the work and the story of this church, I can honestly say that great things are in store in the days to come for the gospel's sake in New England. Following that meeting, I made the long trek back across the country and arrived safely in Hazlet, Texas for missions conference with Pastor Eric Crawford and the Heritage Baptist Church family. The conference was filled with powerful preaching and many great decisions were made. This, for me, was one of the more memorable conferences where I felt like I really got to know the people of the church well. Oh, did I mention the men went skeet shooting? And we even exploded a pumpkin. I've got it in slow motion, so check it out. Now, who says deputation isn't fun? Besides the fun, we were able to make friendships and have yet another partner in ministry by week's end. From Hazlet, I drove to Lancaster, California to drop off our vehicle before flying to my next meeting in Port Orchard, Washington, where on October 19th, I had the privilege of preaching and presenting for Pastor Mike Rogers and Northwest Baptist Church. Pastor Rogers and I graduated in the same class from West Coast Baptist College, so it was good to catch up on all that the Lord is doing in his life and ministry there in Washington State. After a few more flights, I finally arrived back in Florida on Tuesday, October 21st. The next day, we had the privilege of being guests at Bible Baptist Church in Newport Richey, Florida for their missions conference. Pastor Matt Stidham actually had served in the military in Germany and has a great burden to see the nationals reach for the cause of Christ. The church family here were all a tremendous encouragement and blessing to us. God moved greatly throughout the week of presentations and preaching, as evidenced by the testimonies given at the banquet on Saturday afternoon. We are grateful that Bible Baptist is now a partner in ministry with us to Germany. On November 2nd, with the anticipation of the birth of our baby drawing nigh, we began missions conference at Cornerstone Baptist Church in Spring Hill, Florida. Pastor Richard Rossiter has been a longtime friend of both Alicia and myself and was actually Alicia's youth pastor as she was growing up. We are excited that the services of this conference were the first services held on the brand new campus of this church, which had previously been meeting in a Sleep Institute building and had no more room to spare. Pastor Ray Hall from Cocoa, Florida, preached with power, and I presented Germany on Monday night. On Tuesday, November 4th, Alicia was sent to the hospital for a 24-hour evaluation for possible preeclampsia. On Wednesday, the results came back positive, and the doctors decided it was time to slowly induce labor. Induction began Wednesday evening, and after a long, hard labor, our little Hannah Grace was born into the world. We wish to thank everyone who prayed for us during this long week. Our little girl is perfectly healthy and is enjoying cuddle time with her parents. On November 16th, I had my final meeting of the fall as I traveled to Providence Baptist Church in Bushnell, Florida, to present at their afternoon service. Though it was a brief time, the Lord did use it as an opportunity to encourage all who were there to love the lost of the world as Jesus did. During these past few weeks, we have had a few more churches add us on for support, bringing our current support with commitments to 59%, with about 55% of that already coming in. We are truly grateful to God for His provision and hope to see the rest of our support raised fairly soon. Shortly following this episode, I will post on our website a special edition episode entirely dedicated to introducing you to our baby girl. Be on the lookout for that very soon. As always, if you have any questions for us or would like to learn more about how you can be involved in our mission, including scheduling us for a meeting, feel free to contact us at mccollums4germany@gmail.com. Well, that'll do it for this time. Don't forget to pray for the souls of Germany, and don't forget to check back in frequently to keep up with us on the road.